What if the most attractive qualities in a man are the ones he never speaks of? True attraction is not a performance. It is a quiet radiation of inner order, a strength that is felt long before it is ever seen. This is the secret language women crave. Epictetus, 6 Hidden Habits That Women Crave Silently, Stoicism, compiled and published by Stoic Dominion. Lesson 1. Unshakable composure attracts her trust. Imagine a magnificent lighthouse built upon the solid rock of a rugged coastline. A violent hurricane makes landfall, unleashing the full fury of the wind and waves against the shore. The ocean is a churning chaos, a terrifying display of raw, untamed power. But the lighthouse does not waver. It does not bend to the wind or crumble before the waves. It stands its ground, serene and resolute, its powerful beam cutting steadily through the heart of the storm, a reliable beacon of safety and order in a world of turmoil. This is the inner conflict so many men face in their relationships. When the inevitable storms of life appear, a financial stress, a family crisis, or simply the emotional turmoil of their partner, they allow the external storm to become their internal reality. If she is anxious, he becomes anxious. If she is upset, he becomes angry or defensive. He mirrors the chaos, believing that empathy means matching her emotional state. The problem is that by becoming part of the storm, he ceases to be the lighthouse. He offers no stability, no safe harbor. This emotional mirroring, while often stemming from a good intention, ultimately betrays her trust. Over time, she learns that he is not a rock she can cling to in a storm, but another ship being tossed about beside her. Instead of being a source of strength, he adds to the chaos, leaving his partner feeling that she must not only weather her own storm but manage his as well. This shatters trust and signals an inner world built on sand, not rock. The transformative solution is to cultivate the hidden habit of unshakable composure. This is the practice of becoming the lighthouse, of building an inner foundation so solid that you can remain a calm, steady, and reassuring presence, especially when the world outside, or the world within your partner, is in turmoil. The core principle here comes directly from the great Stoic teacher Epictetus, a man who endured slavery to become one of history's most influential philosophers. He taught that the key to all inner peace lies in the dichotomy of control, the wisdom to distinguish between what is up to us and what is not. As he famously stated, men are disturbed not by things, but by the views which they take of them. Your partner's emotions, like the weather, are things. They are not up to you. You cannot control them. But your view of them, your judgment, your response, your own inner state, your own composure, that is entirely up to you. A man who has mastered this distinction possesses a superpower. His calm is not a fragile state dependent on a peaceful environment. It is a fortress he has built within himself. This unshakable composure is what builds deep, profound trust. It silently communicates to a woman that you are a rock, a safe harbor, a man whose strength she can rely on when her own world is shaken. To build this inner lighthouse, you must become a master architect of your own mind. The first actionable step is to practice the control audit taught by Epictetus. When you feel yourself becoming reactive to someone else's emotional state, take a moment to ask, is this emotion mine or theirs? Is their feeling within my control? This simple question immediately creates a healthy separation and reminds you where your responsibility lies with your own response. It is the act of a king defining the borders of his own kingdom. The second step is to master your physiology. When the storm hits, your first move is to regulate your own body. Practice the physiological sigh, a double inhale through the nose followed by a long, slow exhale through the mouth. This is a powerful tool used by modern neuroscientists and ancient yogis alike to immediately calm the nervous system and halt the fight-or-flight response. Practice this when you are calm, so it becomes an automatic reflex when you are stressed. The third step is to have a Stoic mantra ready. Silently repeat to yourself, "Their storm is not my storm. I am the lighthouse," or "This is external to me. My reasoned choice is my own." This reinforces your commitment to remain a steadfast beacon of calm. The benefits of cultivating unshakable composure are immense. You will cease to be a source of escalation in conflicts, and will instead become a force for de-escalation and stability. You will find that your partner feels safer to express her own emotions, knowing that you will not be swept away by them. She will not have to censor her feelings out of fear of how you will react. This builds an incredible foundation of trust and intimacy, the bedrock of any great relationship. You stop being a ship tossed in the waves and become the lighthouse that guides others safely to shore. Your presence itself becomes a source of peace and strength for those around you, a quiet testament to a mind in command of itself. Your practice for this week is to notice when you begin to emotionally mirror someone else's stress or anxiety. In that moment, your only job is to consciously take one slow, deep breath and create a small pocket of your own calm within the larger storm. This unshakable composure is not an accident. It is the direct result of a man living by a clear and powerful internal code. This leads us to the next hidden habit, the power of silent standards. Next, we will explore how your unspoken principles guard your energy and command respect. Please subscribe to Stoic Dominion to continue this journey. Lesson 2. Silent standards guard your energy. Imagine a master craftsman in his workshop. He is surrounded by tools, but he is incredibly selective about which ones he uses. He has a set of silent, internal standards for quality. He will not use a dull chisel, a warped piece of wood, or a flawed technique. Not because someone is watching him, but because his commitment to excellence is absolute. He doesn't announce his standards, he simply embodies them. His work is his statement. If someone brings him a shoddy tool, he does not argue or get angry. He simply sets it aside and picks up one that meets his standard. This is the inner conflict of a man without his own internal code. He operates without clear standards for his own behavior and for how he allows others to treat him. He is the craftsman who will use any tool, work with any material, no matter how flawed. The problem is that this lack of standards leads to a life of immense frustration and wasted energy. He engages in pointless arguments, he tolerates disrespect, and he allows his time and energy to be consumed by people and activities that are beneath his potential. This is like a ship slowly taking on water through 1,000 tiny leaks. Each compromise seems insignificant, but over time, they threaten to sink the entire vessel. He is constantly trying to create a masterpiece using shoddy tools, and he is left wondering why his life feels so chaotic and unsatisfying. The transformative solution is to cultivate the hidden habit of having silent standards. This is the practice of defining a clear internal code of conduct for yourself and for your interactions, and then living by that code with quiet, unwavering consistency. The core Stoic principle here is that your primary duty is to the excellence of your own character, or virtue. A high-value man, a Stoic man, has high standards, not because he is arrogant or judgmental of others, but because he has immense respect for himself and for his own purpose. He knows that his energy is a finite, precious resource, and he refuses to waste it on low-quality interactions, negative people, or actions that are out of alignment with his values. He doesn't need to preach about his standards. His standards are evident in what he tolerates and what he doesn't, what he engages with and what he calmly walks away from. This silent commitment to a higher standard is what guards his energy and commands a profound, unspoken respect. People learn his standards not from his lectures, but from his choices. To establish your own silent standards, you must first become the ruler of your own workshop. The first actionable step is to define your code of operations. Take some time to write down your standards in a few key areas. For communication, I will not participate in gossip or needless complaining. I will communicate with directness and honesty. For relationships, I will only invest my time in people who inspire me and respect my values. I will not tolerate manipulation or passive aggression. For your time, my mornings are reserved for deep work and self-improvement. These are the laws of your kingdom. The second step is to practice the art of the silent veto. When you are presented with something that violates your standards, an invitation to a dramatic argument, a piece of gossip, a request that disrespects your time, you do not need to make a scene. You simply silently refuse to engage. The energy behind this is not resentful silence. It is calm detachment. You let the invitation pass without response. You change the subject. You calmly walk away. The third step is to curate your environment. Your standards apply to the information you consume and the people you surround yourself with. Unfollow negative accounts, limit your exposure to draining people, and actively seek out those who meet your high standards. The benefits of living by silent standards are a massive increase in your personal energy and focus. You will stop leaking your power into unproductive and toxic situations. Your life will become a reflection of your high standards, filled with high-quality people and high-quality activities. You will find that you no longer need to broadcast your worth, because your actions and what you refuse to engage in speak far more loudly than words ever could. You develop an aura of purpose and self-respect that is deeply attractive because it is real. You become the master craftsman whose workshop is a place of order, excellence, and purpose, because he has the discipline to use only the finest tools. Your practice for this week is to identify one low-quality activity or interaction you consistently waste energy on. Make a silent commitment to yourself to simply not engage with it. A man with high standards and unshakable composure naturally becomes a source of strength for others. But this strength must be applied with wisdom and compassion, especially when a loved one is in distress. Next, we will explore the art of using gentle stoicism to calm her storms. Please like this video if you are ready to live by a higher standard. Lesson 3. Gentle stoicism calms her storms. Imagine a powerful, ancient tree standing in the middle of a field. A fierce thunderstorm rolls in, and a small, frightened bird takes shelter in its strong, steady branches. The tree does not get angry at the storm. It does not panic. It does not tell the bird that its fear is irrational. The tree simply does what it does best. It stands firm. It endures the wind and the rain, and it provides a quiet, unshakable sanctuary. Its strength is not aggressive. It is a gentle, steadfast presence that creates a small pocket of safety in the midst of chaos. The deep roots of the tree, representing its principles, draw up stability from the earth, allowing its branches to offer shelter. This is the inner conflict a man often faces when his partner is experiencing a storm of difficult emotions. His instinct might be to fix the problem, to offer logical solutions, or to tell her why she shouldn't be feeling what she is feeling. He tries to argue with the rain. Or he might absorb her anxiety and become frantic himself, effectively joining her in the storm. The problem is that neither of these approaches works. Trying to solve her feelings with logic is dismissive and invalidating. It communicates, your feelings are a problem to be solved. Joining her in the chaos is unhelpful and makes you another source of instability. Both approaches leave her feeling alone, misunderstood, and still in the middle of the storm, now with the added burden of managing your reaction. The transformative solution is to practice gentle stoicism. This is the hidden habit of becoming the strong, silent tree. It is the art of using your own trained composure and inner peace to create a safe emotional space for your partner without getting swept up in her storm. The core Stoic idea here is the balance between being strict with yourself and being tolerant of others. You are strict with yourself in maintaining your own inner composure, applying your Stoic training relentlessly. But you are gentle and tolerant with her, understanding that her emotional experience is real for her, even if it seems irrational to you. You accept her feelings without judgment. Gentle stoicism is not about being a cold, unfeeling rock. It is about being a strong, rooted tree. You offer your presence, your strength, and your non-judgmental calm as a shelter, allowing her storm to pass without it becoming your storm. This is an active, virtuous choice to provide stability. It is one of the most profound gifts you can give another person. To become this source of gentle strength, you must practice a specific kind of supportive presence. The first actionable step is to prioritize listening over solving. When she is upset, your primary goal is not to fix the problem, but to understand her feeling. Use active listening phrases like, "That sounds incredibly frustrating," or "Tell me more about what that felt like." Your goal is to make her feel heard and understood, which is often all that is needed. The second step is to master the art of silent physical presence. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is to simply be there, quietly. A calm hand on her back, or just sitting with her in silence while she cries, communicates more safety and support than 1,000 words of advice ever could. It says, "I am not afraid of your feelings. I am here." The third step is to ask a powerful, gentle question. What do you need from me right now? This puts the power in her hands and stops you from guessing. She might just need a hug, she might need to vent, or she might actually want a solution. But by asking, you show that you are there to support her, not to manage her. The benefits of practicing gentle stoicism are profound. You will build a level of trust and intimacy in your relationship that is unbreakable. Your partner will see you as her rock, her safe harbor, the one person who can remain strong and calm when her world feels chaotic. This is one of the most attractive and valuable qualities a man can possess, as it creates a deep sense of emotional safety. You will de-escalate countless arguments and create a relationship dynamic based on mutual support, not mutual turmoil. This strength will not only deepen her bond, but also her admiration for your character. You become the ancient tree, whose quiet, steadfast strength makes the entire forest a safer place to be. Your practice is to enter your next conversation with a loved one who is upset with a single goal: to listen and understand without offering a single piece of unsolicited advice. This ability to provide a calm space for another is deeply attractive, but it must be balanced with a focus on your own path, which can create a sense of distance that is equally compelling. Next, we will explore the paradox of how a mysterious distance can invite her closer. Your support helps our channel grow, so please share this video with a friend. Lesson 4. Mysterious distance invites her closer. Imagine a magnificent, snow-capped mountain peak, partially shrouded in mist. You can see its powerful outline, its undeniable strength, but you cannot see every detail. The mist creates a sense of mystery, of something more to be discovered. This sense of mystery is not a deliberate trick. It is a natural consequence of the mountain's scale and its independent existence. It makes you curious. It makes you want to explore. It invites you on a journey of discovery. The inner conflict for many men in relationships is the urge to eliminate all mystery. Fearing that distance might be perceived as disinterest, they do the opposite. They overshare every thought and feeling. They text constantly about every mundane detail of their day. They make their entire life an open book, and they center their entire emotional world around her. They flatten their own mountain into a featureless plain, hoping that this total transparency will create closeness. The problem is that while honesty is crucial, the complete absence of mystery can inadvertently kill attraction. It removes all sense of challenge, all sense of discovery. When there is no mystery, there is no curiosity. By putting everything on the table at once, you remove the very thing that makes a person want to lean in and learn more about you. The chase is over before it even began, and the relationship can become stale. The transformative solution is not to play games, but to cultivate a natural and mysterious distance. This is a hidden habit that is the direct result of having a rich, purpose-driven inner life that is separate from your relationship. The core Stoic idea is that your primary duty is to the development of your own character and the pursuit of your own purpose. A man who is deeply engaged with his mission, his work, his studies, his craft, will naturally have a part of himself that is reserved, a part of his mind that is focused on his own mountain. This creates a natural and authentic sense of distance. It is not a tactic, it is a reality. He is not pretending to be busy or aloof. He is busy with important things. This mysterious distance is irresistibly attractive because it signals that he has a strong center, a world of his own, and that he is not looking for a woman to be his source of entertainment or purpose. He has his own inner fire. A high-value woman is not looking to be a man's entire world. She is looking to join a man who already has a compelling world of his own. To cultivate this authentic mystery, you must focus on building your own world. The first actionable step is to have a purpose that you are passionate about. as we have discussed in previous lessons. Your purpose is the mountain. The more you are dedicated to your own climb, the more intriguing your journey becomes. Take this purpose seriously. The second step is to cultivate a rich inner life through practices like reading, journaling, and quiet contemplation. Have thoughts, ideas, and insights that are your own. Don't just consume media, create your own interpretations of the world. This makes you a fascinating person to talk to because you have a wellspring of original thought, not just recycled opinions. The third step is to maintain your own separate hobbies and friendships. Do not absorb all of her interests or abandon your friends. Having your own life not only makes you happier and more balanced, it makes you a more interesting and less predictable partner. Your time apart makes your time together more valuable and cherished. The benefits of this approach are a sustained sense of attraction and curiosity in your relationship. She will always feel like there is more to discover about you, another peak to your mountain that is revealed as the mist clears. This prevents the relationship from becoming stale and fosters a dynamic of continuous growth and discovery. You will also maintain your own sense of self, avoiding the common trap of losing your identity in a relationship. You are not one half of a whole. You are a complete and sovereign mountain, and your mysterious presence invites her on the greatest adventure of all, the adventure of truly getting to know a man of substance and depth. Your practice is to identify one of your own hobbies or interests that you have been neglecting. Schedule 1 hour this week to engage in it by yourself. Reconnect with your own mountain. A man with a mysterious distance is intriguing. But that distance must be balanced with the safety he creates when he is present. This safety is built through careful and deliberate action or inaction. Next, we will learn how thoughtful restraint builds a safe space for attraction to flourish. If you value this wisdom, please subscribe to our channel. Lesson 5. Thoughtful restraint builds safe space. Imagine a master horseman trying to gentle a wild, untamed stallion. The horse is powerful, skittish, and distrustful. If the horseman makes any sudden, aggressive, or unpredictable movements, the horse will bolt. The horseman's power lies not in his strength, but in his restraint. He moves slowly, he speaks in a low, calm voice, and he never forces the interaction. His every action is deliberate, thoughtful, and predictable. It is this profound restraint that communicates to the horse on a primal level that he is not a threat. By consistently demonstrating that he has his own impulses under perfect control, he builds a fragile bridge of trust. He creates a safe space into which the horse, of its own free will, can eventually step. The inner conflict for many men is that they lack this thoughtful restraint, especially in the early stages of dating and attraction. Fueled by anxiety or desire, their actions can be impulsive and overly eager. They might push for too much intimacy too soon, overtext with a barrage of needy questions, or make grand, premature declarations of affection. The problem is that this lack of restraint, this failure to control their own impulses, is perceived by a woman's finely tuned intuition as a red flag. It signals a man who is not in command of himself. If he cannot control his own desire to text her, how can she trust him to control his anger, his jealousy, or his other, more dangerous impulses? A lack of restraint, far from signaling passion, often signals a lack of inner strength and creates a feeling of being unsafe. The transformative solution is to practice the hidden habit of thoughtful restraint. This is the art of demonstrating your self-mastery through your deliberate and controlled actions. It is about becoming the master horseman who understands that the safest and most powerful man in the room is the one who has himself under perfect control. The core Stoic principle here is the discipline of impulse control, which is a key part of temperance. The Stoics taught that we should not be slaves to our appetites, whether for food, pleasure, or even the validation of another person. A man of high value is the master of his impulses, not the other way around. He understands that true power is shown more in what you don't do than in what you do. By demonstrating thoughtful restraint, you are non-verbally communicating that you are a man of discipline, patience, and self-control. This creates a profound sense of safety, which is a prerequisite for any deep attraction or intimacy to develop. You are showing her, through your actions, that your inner world is well governed and that she is safe to enter it. To become this master of restraint, you must train your impulses. The first actionable step is to deliberately slow down the pace of the interaction. Consciously put more time between your texts. Let her be the one to initiate communication sometimes. Your goal is not to play games, but to demonstrate that your life is full and you are not anxiously waiting by the phone for her validation. This communicates value. The second step is to let your actions speak slightly louder than your words. Instead of telling her how much you like her, show her through consistent, thoughtful, and respectful behavior. Plan a well-thought-out date. Remember a small detail she told you from a past conversation. Let your reliability be the proof of your interest, which is far more powerful than effusive compliments. The third step is to practice restraint in your physical intimacy. Be patient. Be attuned to her comfort levels above your own desires. A man who can control his own physical impulses, who prioritizes her sense of safety over his own gratification, is a man a woman can trust with her body and her heart. The benefits of practicing thoughtful restraint are immense. You will build a powerful foundation of trust and safety from the very beginning. You will avoid the common pitfalls of coming on too strong and scaring away potential partners who are looking for a man of substance, not just a man of passion. You will filter for women who are attracted to a man's character and self-control, not just his initial displays of interest. You become the master horseman, whose calm, patient, and restrained presence is so profoundly safe that the wild horse of attraction willingly and eagerly closes the distance between you. Your practice is simple. In your next interaction with a woman you are interested in, make a conscious decision to slow everything down. Slow down your speech, slow down your responses, and focus on being a calm, patient presence. Restraint builds safety, which is the foundation of a bond. But to deepen that bond into something unbreakable, one final habit is required. It is the quietest but most powerful of them all. Next, we will explore how undeniable loyalty forges the ultimate connection. We appreciate you liking and sharing this video. Lesson 6. Undeniable loyalty deepens her bond. Imagine a king's most trusted guard. This guard is not the most talkative nor the most charming, but his defining characteristic is an unwavering, silent loyalty. In times of peace, he is a steady presence in the background. But in times of crisis, when betrayals are revealed and allegiances shift, he is the one who remains, a silent, unbreachable wall at the king's side. His loyalty is not a matter of words or promises. It is a fundamental, unbreakable aspect of his character. It is proven not by what he says, but by the simple, undeniable fact that he is always there. This is the ultimate hidden habit that women crave on the deepest, most primal level. The inner conflict is that many men mistake loyalty for something passive. They believe that as long as they are not actively betraying their partner, they are being loyal. But true loyalty is not just the absence of betrayal. It is the active, consistent, and unwavering practice of having someone's back, especially when it is difficult. The problem with a passive approach to loyalty is that it is untested. It is a promise that has not yet faced the fire. When a crisis hits, and a woman feels that her partner's loyalty is conditional or wavering, the very foundation of the relationship's security is shattered. It creates a deep and painful wound that is very difficult to heal. The transformative solution is to cultivate and demonstrate the hidden habit of undeniable loyalty. This is a loyalty that is so consistent and so deeply ingrained in your character that it is never in doubt. It is a loyalty that is felt, not just heard. The core Stoic principle here is the commitment to one's duty, or kathekon, combined with the virtue of justice. A Stoic is loyal not just to people, but to his own principles. One of those core principles is honoring one's commitments and duties to the people one has chosen to be a part of their life. This means that a Stoic's loyalty is not based on fleeting feelings or convenient circumstances. It is anchored in his own unshakable character. He is loyal because that is who he is. He understands that loyalty to his partner is an extension of his loyalty to his own code of honor. This kind of loyalty is the ultimate emotional safety net. It communicates to a woman on a level beyond words. No matter what storm comes, I will be your wall. You are safe with me. This allows her to fully relax and trust in the relationship, creating the conditions for a deep and lasting bond. To build this reputation for undeniable loyalty, your actions must be your creed. The first actionable step is to never speak ill of your partner to others. You must be the staunchest defender of her reputation, especially when she is not around. To your friends, to your family, you are a unified front. Your loyalty must be absolute in her absence. The second step is to consistently choose us over me. This means making decisions that benefit the long-term health of the relationship, even if it requires a short-term sacrifice on your part. It is the daily practice of prioritizing the partnership and demonstrating that her well-being is as important to you as your own. The third and most crucial step is to be her calmest advocate during her hardest times. When she is full of self-doubt, you are the quiet voice that reminds her of her strength. When she is facing a crisis, you are the steady, reliable presence that does not waver. You don't just weather her storms, you guard her through them. The benefits of this practice are the creation of a truly unbreakable bond. This kind of loyalty fosters a depth of trust and intimacy that is rare and precious. It is the final ingredient that transforms a good relationship into a great one. It eliminates insecurity and creates a partnership where both people feel completely safe to be their most vulnerable and authentic selves. This bond transcends mere romance and becomes a true phalanx. Two warriors standing back to back, able to face any challenge the world throws at them with absolute trust in the person beside them. You become the King's Guard, the silent warrior whose unwavering presence is the ultimate testament to his love and his character. Your strength is no longer just for you. It is a sanctuary for the person you have chosen to protect. Your final practice is to identify one small, concrete way you can proactively demonstrate your loyalty to your partner or a loved one this week. Let your actions speak for you. These 6 habits, composure, standards, gentleness, distance, restraint, and loyalty, are not a checklist of tactics. They are the interconnected pillars of a single, powerful way of being. The way of the Stoic, the way of the man who commands himself, and in doing so, commands the quiet respect and attraction of the world. Thank you for your dedication to this journey of self-mastery. The work of building these hidden habits is the work of forging an unbreakable character, which is the ultimate source of a life well lived and a love well earned. If this guide has provided you with value, please like the video, comment with the habit that resonated most deeply, and subscribe to Stoic Dominion for more wisdom on the path to an unshakable man.